following material may contain sex, coarse language, and violence.
What are you thinking?
Kind of been him.
How not?
Too easy.
Go on.
Remember, I don't mean to sound overconfident, but I'm very good.
No shit.
If he was that sloppy, I would have caught him.
You did catch him.
Too easy. It only explains some things. He's a mind parasite, maybe?
Well, he seemed to be able to duplicate people's appearance and their abilities, but he doesn't seem to be able to take their... Like, he couldn't control it.
No.
So he doesn't get my intellect or the way my brain works. Which probably means he's not Mr. H.
Yeah. Exactly.
Disappointing. I mean, actually probably not, because that would have been very bad.
That's why I asked you to leave.
Oh, I'm sorry, I thought you were trying to protect me. But
Protect us both.
I didn't want to leave in case it was him, because I'm not going to leave you alone with that guy.
No, that's understandable. But
Did I fuck up?
no, it was fine. It actually helped in the end.
But it could have
You
gone
need to go
very
talk to
bad.
him. You need to go talk to him. Definitely. It's not unrelated.
It's not unrelated?
My journal.
Your journal?
In the lab.
What about it?
It's never over. It was written in my journal. It's the exact same thing done to me. It's the exact same thing. It has to be related, but it's not the same.
Well, you best go talk to him then,
Yeah,
before he has a chance to settle his nerves.
yeah, let's go.
Alright. Okay, so you head off to the back part of the military offices where they're basically keeping the brig.
Yep.
Some MPs on the door. Major Dozovic comes out because they've only just sort of wrestled him in there. Oh, Drake. How'd you know it was him?
Hey. Well,
God, he looked just like me. It was like looking into a mirror. Sorry, Americans.
He did.
A mirror.
he did, but he didn't refer to us the same way you did, and he told me to stop the investigation that I've been looking in too far. Exactly the opposite way you've been doing this entire time.
No way in hell I'd do
Act
that.
like you.
Sounds like he rolled a bunch of ones. He doesn't say that, but like, I rolled a couple of ones.
Oh, and I just rode the best luck of my life.
Yeah.
And like that last,
Yeah, like so, pull back.
Like 220s and
here's how
4
the
or
sausage is
something, yeah.
made. Things just fell apart
Yeah.
too quick, all at once.
Do you mind if I talk to him?
Oh, go ahead. I think you've earned it.
Thanks. Go in. Is there anyone else?
He's locked in a cell. There's an MP standing there.
Mind if I talk to him alone for a bit?
I'll be right outside if I hear anything. I'll be right in.
I'll call. If I need anything, I'll call.
Okay. You'll step outside, close the door.
Why?
Guy just looks at you with hatred. They've taken the uniform off of him.
Yeah.
You ruined everything. It's such a sweet get going.
You ruined that yourself.
No.
Your inability to take responsibility for your own actions. It's not my responsibility.
We could have had everything. I had a sweet job, sweet military ability. We worked with Pterodino. It's so perfect. It was all perfect, and then you had to ruin it. You could have just let us keep her.
Would I do that?
For the betterment of America. River's just like, prove to yourself that you can't duplicate this. No one else can have this. You couldn't. He just looks at her like she's a literal sack of oozing garbage. Like, there's so much disgust on his face.
Okay, I'm gonna make an insight check.
Okay.
25.
He's not telling you everything.
Where is Harp? Yeah, well, then I'll go, because I'm about to ask a question. Where is Harbinger?
Looks at you like, what?
Asked a question.
Yeah, I don't understand it. He seems to be honest.
When you copy a non-mutant, do you show up on scans as a non-mutant?
He has the sort of, like, cocky grin flit across his face that tells you yes. And then he says, I don't know what you're talking about.
Your abilities are totally natural. You weren't modified in any way.
Look, you let me out of here, I can make it worth your while. Just say the reporter did it. Accept all the loss of progress on your stupid little project. We'll call it even, huh?
You know I can't do either of those things.
You easily could. Look, what have I ever really done to you? Nothing.
Well, you provided information that led to someone I cared about being taken to a lab to be experimented on and have her limb removed.
It's not hers, it belongs to us.
No, it doesn't.
Oh, yeah, no, it doesn't. Fuck you.
Regardless of what you think, Brown metal doesn't belong to anyone.
Getting a bit quiet again.
It's a living thing. You don't own other things.
You don't understand.
What don't I understand?
Anything. People like you never do. You think everyone can just go around being nice all the time? No. Sacrifices have to be made. Sacrifices.
I will give him the look of a man that has sacrificed time itself.
Sacrifices? I've sacrificed more than you could possibly imagine. I know all about sacrifices.
He'll just be resentfully silent.
Who are you, really? Not Trevor, obviously. I don't know what you did with him, but...
Like I tell you anything.
Why not?
Just use it against me.
How?
You'll find a way. You seem to always do. How did a cripple like you bust her out of a pterodino facility? It doesn't make sense. You even let the alien go. That was valuable intelligence assets.
It was a living thing.
Who cares? It's an alien. They're our enemies.
Why?
I don't know if you've heard, but they're planning to come and blow up the world in like a year.
So... Let me get this straight. Because some aliens have declared themselves to be our enemies, all aliens are our enemies.
That alien is a member of the alien organization that's gonna do it. Don't try this shit. You know I'm right.
How do you know that? Insight 26.
Okay, so for this reply, you know the thing he's about to say is a lie.
Yeah.
I overheard it. One of the scientists said it.
That's a lie.
Big deal.
How do you know that? Uh, 22.
Then he... everyone knows it. He's not being entirely dishonest. From
What?
his life experience, everyone does know it.
How? How do you know they're affiliated?
I've seen the briefing documents. Researchers all get these documents from government research projects. They are all supposed to know about the threats that we're building technology to fight.
I
Like-
rolled a
like-
21
like-
on my insight check.
Like Project Bounce Fun. Huh? Do you have any idea how useful that could have been against an alien menace? Huh? You notice he slipped up when he said we and not they, and then he quickly covered it up. He also seemed to know the project name for what made Killy Buddy.
What did you do to her? Anyone?
Nothing. Leitner tried to cut off her arm. I had nothing to do with it. I made a mistake. You know, I said we should get hold of her and like get her to cooperate. Not like cut her up or anything. Sorry, I completely missed what you said because I was talking.
No, it's fine. So you let those things happen then?
I couldn't have stopped them. I'm just a guy.
Well, I mean, you were part of the science team.
No. I worked the desk at the office. Yeah.
22.
Liar.
You slipped up earlier. You've given it away already.
No. What are you talking about?
You've seen me break into a pterodino facility and rescue a girl.
Like a ham-fisted idiot.
A ham-fisted idiot.
There's grade school electronics kids studying computers in grade school that could have got through that a lot more effectively than you did.
Oh, I agree, but I have a close friend who's so good at computers that I typically don't need to bother.
He looks at her. Yes, but she was busy contributing to America's well-being.
Is that what you claim?
You
Pterodino
need
is trying to
make
do?
a perception check pretty damn quick.
36.
You suspect strongly that River's about to haul off and kill this guy. She's pretty mad looking.
Oh, River. He's trying to provoke you.
Well, it's fucking working.
I know. It's fair.
I just rolled a 1 on her self-control. So, I guess if you wanted to spend a hero point for a reroll on that... I would
Yeah, let's do that.
A 13 is a better number. It's also enough. I'm gonna be outside.
It's understandable.
She like leaves and slams the door loud enough for it to like echo around the room.
Well,
they just let that walk around like a person.
She is a person. But that's
Was.
that avenue of escape gone. Still is. You seem to think you have a better understanding of this than me, so go on.
Go on what? I have nothing more to say. There is actually another avenue open to you if you were feeling a little stalled and want some assistance.
Oh, yeah?
You could roll a future memory check to see if you recognize this guy.
21.
It is 1 over, but... If he was like...
I also have the memory scheme.
If he was like 30 years older, then he might look like Dr. Johannes Wexler.
Yeah.
Who was one of the monsters who worked with Dr. Catherine Magruder in the future.
On what projects do I know?
Turning children into weapons. He was a guy who joined the Super Soldier, Minuteman, and Starlight Crusader projects late in the game.
Yeah.
And was able to come across, implement several drastic improvements, the cost of which was a graveyard of experimental volunteers. He introduced the idea of crossbreeding certain, cross-introducing certain genetic structures which would allow Starlight Crusaders to adapt themselves to damage they've received. So, like, get shot by plasma, they can alter their cellular structure to become more resistant to it.
Right, that's so bad.
And he's the guy. He's the guy who basically made the breakthrough on that, but apparently, like, it cost so many lives. Like, not that Catherine Magruder hasn't also done that, but, you know, this guy is also, like, he joined the program, like, knowing what it already did. And his background before that was kind of murky. You didn't really know where he came from. He just sort of seemed to come out of nowhere.
I'll sort of like give him an appraising look and then like tilt my head as if I figured something out. And then, like, back to so I'm thinking... Worksler. Worksler, that's your name, isn't it? Johannes Worksler.
Oh, no, I got a 1! He looks absolutely shook.
Yeah. Thought I'd recognized you.
How? It's fucking impossible! It's fucking impossible! No, he seems like absolutely slammed. Like he's gone dead white.
Yeah. Well, I suppose that solves the identity problem.
What? How much? And someone like that. I don't want to hyperventilate.
You see, Worksler, I encounter people like you all the time. People who think that they are better than everyone else.
Because I am better than everyone else!
Have mental capabilities beyond everyone else.
I have one of the finest scientific minds in the world wasted! Wasted! And it could have all been mine.
But unfortunately, all of you eventually run into me.
The door opens.
And I'm just better than you are.
General O'Neill has arrived.
General?
Excuse me. Mr. Drake. Doctor. Sorry, Doctor. What do you prefer? Mr. Doctor? Lance Corporal?
Mr. is fine.
Mr. Drake. At this point, I should inform you that this room has been monitored by audio surveillance equipment. And I am aware, therefore, that you have apparently revealed the identity of Dr. Waxler here. Which makes this rather unfortunate. He's holding paper. Telex paper.
I'll, like, hold my hand out? Is it, like... Does he, like...
He just shows it to you, but he doesn't hand it over. And it's from the Pentagon. And it's signed by the President. And it basically says that Dr. Johannes Waxler has apparently been detained in custody in Hong Kong, China. And he is to be incarcerated forthwith. And taken from this place at the earliest available opportunity to be returned immediately back to America, where he will face court-martial for unsanctioned, immoral, and illegal acts. And this court-martial is to take place before the Senate subcommittee, etc. By a bunch of legalese jargon. Basically, with a basic intelligence roll of more than 10,
Yep.
You can work out that the military are now going like, he's ours now. Because you know there's just going to be a deal, and he's just going to start working for them. And that final peg drops into place. That's probably how we ended up on the project.
Right.
General O'Neill looks extremely unhappy.
Well then, Merxler?
What? What? I mean, who?
It looks like corruption has worked out for you.
All you've done is weaken a nation today.
I don't want...
Or I do something.
I don't want to live in a nation that by your definition is strong.
You're a fool. You're a fool!
No, I just believe in the Constitution.
A petty document written by tiny-minded savages from the barbarian days.
You can think that, and I don't think you should have a place in our country. Try Germany. We'll turn and leave.
Outside, River is pacing up and down, looking pretty mad.
Hey.
Is he dead? No, of course he's not. He has to stand trial. Sorry, Thomas, I lost it. Just, he'd hit a couple of buttons, you know. I'm sorry. I probably ruined everything for you.
Didn't ruin anything. It's fine.
General's just giving orders to the MPs. It's like, apparently we're supposed to make sure nothing happens to him, make sure he doesn't escape. Like, post a bulletin up that he can impersonate other people, so no one is allowed to go in there with a symmetrical uniform. Like, name tags and everything that can be clearly read as backwards. You know, like, he's taking, like, super smart logical precautions against his abilities.
Yeah.
It's like an absolutely no mutants, because he could be able to copy their powers. And he like, sort of like screws that telex up in his hand and like just stalks off to his office. What? What's going on? General O'Neill's pissed. You're pissed. What's going on?
So, a message came from the Pentagon, signed by the President.
You can stop right there. He's getting away with it.
He's
getting away with everything.
I have a feeling I know exactly what's going to end up working. Exactly.
Meaning you know. Please tell me at least some good comes of this.
No.
River walks off into the evening gloom. Just like walks off.
Yeah.
You were all
Yeah,
alone
I mean, Drake is
outside
gonna-
the cell. Ooh. You hear just a slight noise behind you. It's probably not important. There's lots of noise going on.
check.
Campbell.
A chick? What do you mean a slight noise? A slight noise of what?
Rippling cloth, like a flag, but less.
Oh, what's happened? I mean, I'll turn to check.
One of the shadows has taken on slightly more of a person shape.
Okay. I've rolled a 20. Is this a ninja or is it Harbinger?
Who do you think it is?
You know. You tell me why?
Madman,
It's never.
you look past your prejudice and found him. I will give you a reward.
People did something to you.
And then the shadow is just a shadow again.
Was there something there? Was that my reward, or was my reward that he killed him?
Oh no, there's no indication of what that might be yet.
Oh, okay.